Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Jai Hind, Historical Events of January 07, a journey through time of 7th January 2025, Tuesday. Today is that is 7th January highlight in history. 1608, fire destroyed Jamestown, Virginia. 1610, Galileo Galilei makes his first observation of the four Galilean moons, Ganymede, Callisto, Io, and Europa, although he is not able to distinguish the last two until the following night. 1708 Battle of Zlatoust, battle between Bashkir and Tatar rebels and the government troops of the Tsardom of Russia. It is one of the events of the Bashkir rebellion of 1704 to 1711. 1708 Bashkir rebels besiege Yalabuga. 1738, a peace treaty is signed between Peshwa Bajirao and Jai Singh II following Maratha victory in the Battle of Bhopal. 1782, the first American commercial bank, the Bank of North America, opens. 1785, Frenchman Jean-Pierre Blanchard and American John Jeffreys traveled from Dover, England to Calais, France in a gas balloon. 1835, HMS Beagle, with Charles Darwin on board, drops anchor off the Konos archipelago. 1867, the King's jail fire kills 22 freedmen in Reconstruction era South Carolina. 1894, Thomas Edison makes a kinescopic film of someone sneezing. On the same day, his employee William Kennedy Dixon receives a patent for motion picture film. 1904, the distress signal CQD is established only to be replaced 2 years later by SOS. 1907, a workers' riot in Rio Blanco, Veracruz leaves many people dead and injured while demanding better working conditions. 1919, Montenegrin guerrilla fighters rebel against the planned annexation of Montenegro by Serbia but fail. 1920, the New York State Assembly refuses to seat five duly elected socialist assemblymen. 1922, Del Ilrayan ratifies the Anglo-Irish Treaty by 64-57 vote. 1927, the first transatlantic commercial telephone service is established from New York City to London. 1928, a disastrous flood of the River Thames kills 14 people and causes extensive damage to much of riverside London. 1931, Menzies flies the first solo non-stop trans-Tasman flight from Australia to New Zealand in 11 hours and 45 minutes, crash landing on New Zealand's west coast. 1935, Benito Mussolini and French Foreign Minister Pierre Laval signed the Franco-Italian Agreement. 1940, Winter War, Battle of Ratte Road, the Finnish Ninth Division finally defeat the numerically superior Soviet forces on the Ratte-Suomussalmi road. 1948, Kentucky Air National Guard pilot Thomas Mantel crashes while in pursuit of supposed UFO. 1950, in the Sverdlovsk air disaster, all 19 of those on board are killed, including almost the entire national ice hockey team VVS Moscow of the Soviet Air Force 11 players, as well as team doctor and a mazier. 1954, Georgetown IBM experiment. The first public demonstration of machine translation system is held in New York at the head office of IBM. 1955, Contralto Marian Anderson becomes the first person of color to perform at the Metropolitan Opera in Giuseppe Verdi's Anbello in Maschera. 1959, the United States recognizes the new Cuban government of Fidel Castro. 1968, Surveyor program. Surveyor 7, the last spacecraft in the Surveyor series, lifts off from Cape Canaveral Launch Complex 36A. 1972, Iberia Flight 602 crashes near Ibiza Airport, killing all 104 people on board. 1973, in his second shooting spree of the week, Mark Essex fatally shoots 7 people and wounds 5 others at Howard Johnson's hotel in New Orleans before being shot to death by police officers. 1979, Third Indochina War, Cambodian-Vietnamese War. Phnom Penh falls to the advancing Vietnamese troops, driving out Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge. 1980, US President Jimmy Carter authorizes legislation giving $1.5 billion in loans to bail out the Chrysler Corporation. 1984, Brunei becomes the sixth member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. 1985, Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency launches Sakigake, Japan's first interplanetary spacecraft and the first deep space probe to be launched by any country other than the United States or the Soviet Union. 1989, Sutton United, a team in the fifth tier of English League football, defeated top-tier Coventry City in one of the biggest upsets in FA Cup history. 1991, Roger Lafontaine, former leader of the Tonton Maquette in Haiti under Francois Duvalier, attempts a coup defeat which ends in his arrest. 1993, the Fourth Republic of Ghana is inaugurated with Jerry Rawlings as president. 1993, Bosnian War. The Bosnian army executes a surprise attack at the village of Kravica in Srebrenica. 1994, British Aerospace Jetstream 41 operating as United Express Flight 6291 crashes in Ghana, Ohio, killing 5 of the 8 people on board. 1999, the Senate trial in the impeachment of US President Bill Clinton begins. 2012, a hot air balloon crashes near Carterton, New Zealand, killing all 11 people on board. 2015, two gunmen commit mass murder at the offices of Charlie Hebdo in Paris, shooting 12 people execution style and wounding 11 others. 2015, a car bomb explodes outside a police college in Yemeni capital Sanaa with at least 38 people reported dead and more than 63 injured. 2020, the 6.4 megawatt 2019-2020 Puerto Rico earthquake kills 4 and injures 9 in southern Puerto Rico. 2021, the United States Congress certifies the results of 2020 United States presidential election, confirming the election of Joe Biden on the morning of the 7th after the Capitol was attacked the day before during earlier attempts to certify the election by supporters of the incumbent President Donald Trump, who lost re-election to Biden and attempted to overturn the results of the election. 2023, the longest US House of Representatives Speaker election since the December 1859 February 1860 US Speaker election concludes and Kevin McCarthy is elected 55th Speaker of the United States House of Representatives. Thank you very much for your patience.